once involved in a Ponzi scheme
with the Madoffs.
Right. And let's just add a little more intrigue that they lost a little bit of cabbage there, and it just makes that situation a bit more embarrassing. So to make a long story short, I think the best logical candidate in New York with the Mets is either Buck Showalter or Terry Collins. I wouldn't know where. Of course, this is a maze here, who they would go with, but we've seen other surprises down the road. I think it should be Collins or Showalter, hands down.
And I agree with you. And we didn't get to talk about that when we did our discussion about possible replacements. And
don't have to, David. Not everything has to be done in pre-production. It's that thing called think on your feet. Great minds think alike. GMTA.
The first thing that popped in my head was Terry Collins should come back to the rescue.
There you go.
So glad you said it. I agree that it still has to be somebody that is very well regarded.
Oh yeah.
In circles, which means Dusty Baker's got to figure into this somewhere. I really think so.
I do too.
He also knows that division. That's important because he managed the Nationals in He was the Nationals manager in 2017. Not that they played the Astros, but he was there. He kind of lived it, even though they were playing in different leagues. I will say this though. One reason I believe Perez, and this is just one more brief on Perez, one reason why Aaron Boone and Girardi have been successful as managers is because they know how to deal with the media, and they've also been on both sides of the ball. If we remember, and Alex Cora kind of falls into this too, unfortunately now, he worked for ESPN before making his way out to Boston, as did Aaron Boone before making his way out to the Yankees. Eduardo Perez has worked for ESPN for over a decade now, or at least about a decade. I think that experience helps him. Showalter as well, and that has furthered helped him make a great manager. He worked at ESPN following his dismissal from Texas. So I think, I think that's something you should look at. If you really want to go outside, and you're going to like this one because he's a former player, how about Al Leiter? He has some coaching experience, but he played for the Mets.
No.
And he's
on
the air.
I dislike that big time. No way.
Why? What's wrong with that?
I'll tell you why.
I see why you're doing it. But
it's just speculation.
It is. Coming from you.
Yeah.
It is.
It's opinion.
It is. Your opinion. It's your opinion. Al Leiter is not a guy I'd bring into this right now. Again, I don't know what you don't understand, Lewis. Experience, smooth landing
It's just
spot.
a name. I don't think he's going to get it.
Well, no, but you don't understand. Let me finish my point now that you brought that up, okay? Al Leiter is not the guy that you want to bring in there. Again, and David understands my logic. Maybe you do or maybe you don't. I don't know. I'm just telling you.
A little bit.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have a smooth landing spot. I'm not saying that Al Leiter wouldn't be a good manager, but there's a difference between being a good manager and there's another thing about being a manager in a hornet's nest.
Oh, and I don't even think – I'm not saying he should be the manager. But we also – what did we say right before the show? The Mets are an organization built on instability. They just hired a guy with no managerial experience.
Right, exactly. All the more so why would they do it again?
Don't put it past them, though.
No, I would put it past them. I would. Boys? No, okay.
Men.
Yeah, right.
Boys too, men.
You
right
will
here.
when you're invited in here. Go ahead.
Seriously. The one thing that I like Dusty Baker over everybody is that Dusty Baker doesn't take anybody's crap. You've seen it in interviews, and you've seen it in his demeanor. He is baseball through and through, and he's got to factor in somewhere. And maybe he does land in Houston because of that, tough guy exterior. I still like Buck Showalter, but just from a handling the media standpoint, maybe Dusty Baker does it better than anybody.
And Showalter's a Virginia guy.
It's the hornet's nest.
I mean,
the hornet's nest is right there.
David, where I'm going to agree with you on the whole thing, okay, pal, is the fact that Dusty Baker, to me, should be employed when all this is all said and done. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I agree.
Him and Showalter, to me, are the linchpins. And again, the wild card, I believe, happens to be Terry Collins. I believe that. We know the Mets aren't capable of making great decisions, but, every now and then even a blind acorn gets it right once in a while, and at some point you got to find a way to get it right. And you mentioned it yourself, okay, that Sandy Alderson versus Brady Van, whatever the heck this guy's name is.
Van Wagenen?
Oh, yeah, Brady Van will let a dog wag his tail, whatever you call it.
I don't know what his name, whatever his name is.
This guy here, I'll tell you what.
Brody Van Wagenen, only hired because he was Jacob deGrom's agent.
Mickey Callaway doesn't even look that bad in this situation, believe it or not.
No, not at all.
Dude, no, let's not go that far.
Oh, I might. I don't know. For the sake of keeping it animated, we will. No, trust me, Mickey Callaway's in good shape with the Angels anyway, so he wouldn't leave there to go back after that scrutiny.
I will say this in light of everything. If you don't think that this stokes more of the fire between the Red Sox and the Yankees in this season, with all the butting heads back and forth, where players are going to be ribbing at each other, this is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Just from the outside looking in.
David Levin's lighthearted moment. Let's add a new twist to the rivalry. I like that, actually, now that I think about it.
I am animated right now. My face is red.
Yeah, Red Sox. Well, I don't know why your face is red. Probably your face is red because you're watching me beat up on the kid, okay, which is fun to watch because I have bucking boots. My cats, so I can watch them beat up on each other.
Okay, let's put it like this. You and I have been talking about football for what, 9 months?
Right, yeah, that's true.
I'm excited, okay?
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Yeah, no, I'm with you, David. And you know what, Lewis? I love you too, man. But I'll tell you what. The only difference between Lewis and I is probably like 30-some-odd years, okay?
I also want to clarify.
34.
I don't think Al Leiter will be the Mets manager.
Good man.
I don't.
He knows how to get out of it now.
I'm factoring in their instability as an organization to make the same mistake twice.
Factor it all you want.
Lewis.
What's up, David?
Word to the wise. Don't ever cower back out of it. Just stick with it and go with it so you can't talk about it anymore. Trust me.
Right. That's all right.
It helps. It makes Scott happier.
Oh, we can't wait to bring you in the studio, Levin. You'll be great. We're going to do a program, all three of us here in the studio. It'll be a blast.
If there's some way we can do it with boxing gloves. Honestly, if we could all just wear boxing gloves while we're doing it, that would be fantastic.
Well, no, you won't be wearing boxing gloves. You'll be the man in the middle while the teacher takes care of the pupil.
Paint one red, paint one blue, rock 'em, sock 'em.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Scott, remember when we were kids and they had that blow-up punching bag?
Oh, God, yeah.
That's gonna be me.
Don't worry. We have a lot. We have a lot of good photographers. I know which one you're talking about. I'm drawing a blank, but we'll figure it out. But we got about another 3 minutes to go in the segment, okay? Lewis, what do you want to interject before I knock your head off again?
This is just a reach out to baseball fans who are trying to dig up any information they can. There's also reports now breaking in lieu of this, now that you have Logan Morrison making his comments about other teams doing it.
Right.
Now, Altuve wearing wires. There's a report coming out that I saw on Twitter that made me want to puke. They're saying that because Mike Trout has a thyroid condition, he's using HGH, legally permitted by MLB. Why? I don't understand it. Why, as a baseball fan, we have to, when one scandal breaks, we have to shift. We focus on it, yet simultaneously we have to shift our attention to a million other things that we're trying to pin down players for. You're turning more and more people away from the sport when you do that, and honestly, it needs to stop. I don't think Mike Trout's on steroids, so can we please stop?
No, I think you need to save that for another show, not tonight. This is all about this.
I like that.
What?
That's what we tackle later.
Yeah, no, we don't need to bring in Mike Trout here, okay? I'm too busy hammering you about Al Leiter right now.
Again, I don't think he needs to be their manager.
Yeah. Lewis is learning right now that he doesn't like to get pummeled on the air when you're dealing with a motor mouth here. Now I'm really the Motor City Mad Mouth.
No kidding. Hey, Lewis, just out of curiosity, were you drinking your Ovaltine when you started that?
No.
Or was that just straight milk?
It was a bitter take. I was drinking apple cider vinegar. That's why I was talking that way. So
Well, when I get done with you, it'll be balsamic vinegar.
Oh, God.
That's fantastic.
You better hashtag this one as balsamic vinegar. I'll have you work on the hashtags tonight, and make sure you put Al Leiter as one of them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm going to make him do that. In fact, you're going to start working on him now. Work on him.
A homework assignment in the middle of the show.
Yeah, that's okay. That's how we do things.
Let me ask you guys something. Let's bring it back in a little bit.
Got about a minute and a half to go. Go on.
Okay, I'll do it real quick. We talk about this next week.
Yeah.
Will they have managers in place? And will there be more fines handed down?
Knowing the Mets, they'll probably wait until the start of spring training and not have named a manager. Again, that just speaks to their instability.
Yeah. Well, you know what, David? I'll put TBD.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll leave it as TBD.
I really think that one of these teams will have a manager in place. I don't think all three of them will, and I kind of agree that the Mets will be the last one to move on it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I think we've done a great job hammering this subject back. So, and you're right. You and I have been dealing with football so long that we got out of the football cage and started talking baseball. And one thing before I let you go here tonight, David, obviously David Levin, we hope to have some of your columns for the South Florida Tribune, right? Is that what you're planning to do at some point, to contribute a little bit on the editorial side?
Yeah, I will be contributing on the editorial side probably within the next week or so.
That sounds good. And not only that, another thing, too, I should mention about David before we let him go, is that he will be a regular contributor on the 108 Stitches baseball talk as well. So, you can expect to see him not only on the Sports Exchange, but on the 108 Stitches baseball talk as well as on the editorial side. And we will be bringing him in the studio when he makes his way down to South Florida, and we'll go from there. As far as football, I'm really not in a football mood anyways, now that we have ourselves a really hot potato or hot tamale. Hot potato and hot tamale.
By the way, picking on Lewis was worth this.
Oh, was? Okay.
This is great.
There you go. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
He's like the little brother I never wanted. This was so cool.
Wow.
Thanks, David.
Welcome to the family, brother.
There you go.
I kid because I care.
Yeah, I know you do. So, all right, David, on this note, I'll get ready to go back to work here on the South Florida Tribune Broadcasting Network, and you'll be back on the Sports Exchange on Tuesday. So have a good weekend. Keep digging up some information, and we'll be able to go from there. All right, David? All right?
Yeah, Scott, real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to be, when we talk on Tuesday, we're also going to be talking about Hall of Fame and who's getting into Cooperstown. So that's part of our...
That is a plan. Yeah, I mean, I'll be able to go ahead and jockey that a little bit. But I think to give everybody an idea what David brings next Tuesday, it'll be a combination Hall of Fame / this. I'm hoping it tilts more toward the Hall of Fame than this. But, again, you can't predict how news is going to really go. So we'll let it all play out when it indeed does happen. So
I have a sad parallel I'll make to you after we get off the phone with David, but, it's pretty depressing.
All right, well, that's great to know. Why don't you let him know now so he's not curious?
Well, real quick, when Johnny Bench was inducted into the Hall of Fame, his weekend, that was the same weekend that Pete Rose got inducted, and now we have the news of this scandal breaking when Derek Jeter, one of the most respected men in baseball, is about to get in. It really it breaks my heart because I think that's somebody who just played the game the right way for so long.
Did you say that Pete Rose got inducted?
The weekend that Pete Rose, his scandal broke and Giamatti suspended him.
Yeah, it overshadowed one or the other.
And that's what I feel like this is going to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be that bad. Everybody can only hope that Derek Jeter's selection of the Hall of Fame, which I'm hoping is 100% anyways.
It better be.
But
I guarantee a Boston Red Sox reporter did not vote for him on the first ballot.
Oh, yeah? Why? Are you one of them?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I guarantee that happened.
Okay. We'll see. TBD. We'll leave it out there. Cliffhanger. All right. Meanwhile, David, thanks for being on the program, and get ready to talk some more baseball next week here on the Sports Exchange. Great job tonight, and we're going to keep we're going to keep the rawhide coming. Is that what they call it, baseball?
Or as the Yardbirds sang, train kept a rolling, so we're just going to keep doing that.
Right, and train kept a rolling. If you step out of line, it'll be called sock 'em, rock 'em, right?
No catch. I got to have 2 feet in the
there you go.
All
right.
Play.
We'll burn up all the analogies. Good stuff tonight, guys, and we'll pick it up on Tuesday. Have a good weekend and come up with a lot of good material, Mr. Levin. I know we're going to bring it to you. All right, buddy?
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Thank you very much.
Take care, David.
So anyways, Mr. Andy Weiss, are you trying to get yourself in my doghouse talking about Al Leiter?
No,
really?
I'm just throwing suggestions out there because you know how former players they'll always have some inkling of a discussion with the front offices about something like this, and I know he's respected there, but again, I genuinely don't think he's going to get the job, nor do I think he gets an interview, but it's not out of the question considering it's the New York Mets. So, you never know, man. Baseball's a weird game. Things even happen off the field that make you scratch your head, right? So,
well, I don't know. I tend to wonder sometimes when it comes to dealing with all the sports, as our buddy Bill Winters would say, that they're all messed up. So I was telling somebody the other day, if I never cover another game ever, I'll have enough to do outside of the stadiums to keep us busy for a while. Although I'll still keep my hand in that cookie jar, but still,
you definitely have a long list of things needing to get done.
Yeah,
so.
That's